Yo, what to do, YouTube? It is your boy Marcus. We are back with another video, and today we're talking about the legendary Adam Vinatieri. Man, he's officially retired yesterday per Pat McAfee show. If you guys don't follow me on Twitter, please feel free to do so. But yeah, he retired. Four-time Super Bowl champion, three-time Pro Bowler. I think two-time All-Pro. I think he came down. If he had one more field goal, he would have hit 60 on a certain stat that I can't really remember off the top of my head. Former New England Patriots, former Indianapolis Colts, one of the clutchest players to ever touch the field of football, man. Having him as a Colts was a roller coaster. I will not lie. It was definitely a roller coaster. At the end of his time, that year when we could have won so many more games, but I think all the injuries caught up with him and everything. I think the way Adam Vinatieri could have went out better is if he actually hit a field goal the right way. If he actually would have made his last field goal as the Indianapolis Colts, I think that probably would have been a better sending off. But I'm not mad at the decision for him retiring on an interview on the Pat McAfee show, which is a great show, by the way. Him retiring on there, it was just everybody already knew that he was going to. I think that we had to wait on paperwork or something like that he mentioned, but yeah, he announced it on the show. It's good to see him leaving. If he had to retire as a certain player on what team, I think it'll probably be a Patriot, but I would love for it to be a Colt. You know what I mean? I mean, that was his last team. I mean, he did win the Super Bowl with us too, but I mean, I think if he retires with us, I think that'd be awesome. Of course, if he retires with the Patriots, wouldn't be mad at it, but you know, all those allegations and all those things over there, it's like a clean slate in Indianapolis, you know what I mean? So go ahead and do us a favor, just retire as a Colt. I mean, Colts fans will love you even more if you would do that, but you know, it's okay. Get his jersey retired too. That'd be dope as a Colts player. But yeah, like I said, it was ups and downs with him as a player the end of the year. But before that, man, Mr. Automatic, one of the clutchest players to ever play. We all remember the frozen tundra when he played with the Patriots. That field goal was amazing. No one ever thought he was gonna make that. But yeah, man, it was a great year. It was a great career for Adam Vinatieri. I mean, if you could chalk up a good career for a player, I think he would probably have one of the best ones, man. That dude was legendary when he touched that field. And plus, he was famous wherever he went, man. Just wherever team and locker room he went for, good veteranship, good leadership, and that's what type of player you're looking for in the locker room, man. He played with a bunch of great talent. He played with Tom Brady and Peyton Manning, two of the best quarterbacks to ever touch the football, man. He played with Robert Mathis, Dwight Freeney, Pat McAfee. He's a GOAT in my eyes, but I mean, what a journey. What a journey. But in other news, I wanted to mention Brandon Jacobs. Brandon Jacobs news dropped today, and he came out. He was talking about coming back to playing at, I think he's like 38, if I'm not mistaken. He's coming back to play defensive end. Now, I said this opened the window from Tim Tebow, but I'm putting this in this video due to it being a trending topic. Brandon Jacobs at defensive end might be one of the craziest thought processes I would ever think of. Now, when Brandon Jacobs played, he was the big brute, dominant force, right? Running back, not gonna lie, Super Bowl champion, I think, with the Giants. Him playing defensive end, can't see it. Now, I said Tim Tebow opened his window when he came back and played tight end. I don't know what team would pick up Brandon Jacobs right now. If it was the Jacksonville Jaguars, I would not be surprised. They're gonna go crazy with weapons and talent. Do so. Go ahead and get Brandon Jacobs, but. Yeah, him coming back out of not retirement, but he's been gone from the league for a while. For him to come back now and play defensive end would be a crazy thought process of what I was thinking. So, what I did on my verge, I hit up Robert Mathis. I asked him on Twitter. I said, "Hey, OG, I think it's time for you to get one more run." So, I think if anybody's coming back, it should be Robert Mathis, right? A very dominant force on the defensive end, one of the best to ever do it, one of the best sack artists. If he comes back off that edge for one more year with DeForest Buckner, he will bring problems. And then he can train Kwity Paye even more. Like, just the thought of Robert Mathis coming back for one more year, it would be glorious. I mean, but he went out the best way as the Colts. He went out on his own terms, you know, and he walked off the Colts field, kissed the helmet, and waved goodbye. That was the best way to leave. Just saying. But if we could get any Colts players to come back, he would probably be one of them for pass rush, because I'm pretty sure he can still do it at his age. Robert Mathis was a straight dominant force. Plus, when he was playing, he was up with age, but he was still like one of the best to do it. So him coming back out of retirement, I wouldn't be a knock of that, but I think he went off for the right way. So maybe Dwight Freeney, because Dwight Freeney, he played with a few teams before he retired. So maybe he should come back and play as the Colts one more time, just one more time. Maybe be Dwight Freeney so he can go out the right way instead of in another organization. But it is what it is. I mean, who would you want as a Colts player to come back to give us another opportunity? Now, I know when I just asked this question, I just felt like a bunch of comments just mentioned Andrew Luck out of nowhere. A bunch of Andrew Luck comments is about to come in my comment section. I just know it. I just know it. But, I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to that. Now, of course, this sucks for Carson Wentz if Andrew Luck was to come back, if we did have a suggestion of who player to choose, because, I mean, he'll be back in that Eagles situation with Nick Foles and Jalen Hurts. I mean, Andrew Luck's come back. He's guaranteed a starting spot, so I don't think Carson Wentz is going to have any rep. And then Jacob Eason. What about Jacob Eason, right? It would be tough for him. It'll be tough for him if we can pick a Colts Hall of Famer to come back and play football. Ooh, we would pick Andrew Luck. Everybody in the Colts fan base would definitely go Andrew Luck on this conversation. But I'm only bringing this up because Brandon Jacobs is coming back to play football, which is crazy. So basically, if we had a choice to choose, call up Andrew, man. Call him up. And you think that I'm confident with Carson? If we would have got Andrew Luck back, my confidence meter would have been off the roof. It would have been off the roof. Like, expect not 10 wins, not 11. I say we went 14 with Andrew Luck. 14 W's with Andrew as a Colt coming back next year. All the protection he's got Eric Fisher as a left tackle. The offensive line is already loaded, in which he already knew before he retired it was loaded. But now that we got Eric Fisher, I think it just makes it even better. Look at the weapon access. And then think about it. You think we couldn't get Julio Jones right now if Andrew Luck was to come back? Julio would be all in on coming to the Colts if Andrew Luck was to come back from retirement. Man, what? That would be insane to think about. And back to the Julio topic, right? So more news came out. They wanted a future first-round pick, which was announced today, that they want a future first-round pick. I mean, I still don't think that's too much to ask for when it comes to Julio Jones because, for me, for a personal opinion, Julio Jones is still one of the best wide receivers in the NFL. And now the reports came out that the teams that are interested, the Titans, the Ravens, the Colts, Titans, Ravens, Colts are teams, the 49ers as well as teams that are interested in acquiring Julio Jones. So we're all in the race right now. You guys didn't believe me before. I hope you believe me now. So we are still in the race for Julio Jones. I say go get him. I don't care. Most people talk about age and how he's watered down, but if you look at his yards last year, he still had more yards than any Colts wide receiver last year. So that adding him to the depth we got will be a bonus. But I'm done talking about that. But yeah, congratulations to Adam Vinatieri for retiring. Appreciate you, man, for your run as a Colts player. Appreciate you for bringing us a Super Bowl as well. And best of luck post-retirement. But that's all I got for you now. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. And until next time, this is Marcus, and you've been Culture Shock.